Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about an Asics basketball shoe that I've been playing in recently, the Unpre ARS 2, known as the shoe of the Japanese player Yuki, who plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. As a 5'8" Asian NBA player, he's definitely carved out a way for players of his build at the highest level of competition. It's not his signature shoe, but he's been wearing it all the time, and the brand has him as the athlete promoting this particular model. Also, you know how much I love Asics basketball shoes. Saying that I'm a big fan of their products, that's even an understatement. The Gelburst 27 and 28, I keep going back to playing them again and again. So I thought we might as well take this opportunity to compare them to see which one is the best hoop shoe from the brand based on my personal experience with each model. And what can I say? I normally don't make these type of claims, but if your reaction is still, yo, who the heck plays in Asics? I feel bad because you're just missing out. So if you're in North America, or most places outside of Asia, availability for their basketball shoes gets rough. You might have to look on eBay or something, purchase through reputable sellers, or buy from Asia and ship them over from there. But international shipping can get nasty at times. This model is about mid-tier pricing, not necessarily cheap. Around the same retail price as their Gelburst and new Nova Surge. More expensive than the Gelhoop and the budget model Gel-Fastblaze. Around 130 US dollars or so. I think that's a reasonable price range. Shout out to my favorite reviewer, Shoutout. If he didn't say it in his video, I wouldn't have known that Unpre stands for unpredictable. ARS, ARS, no idea, who cares? I think this silhouette looks unique, to say the least. Aggressive outrigger, especially on the lateral side. This one I have is a mid-top. There is a low top as well. White color base with some UNC blue on there goes pretty clean. But most importantly, let's talk about how they do on the court. As to how this one performs, the Unpre ARS 2 has decent cushion. Not a super bouncy shoe, but one of the strengths of their flight foam midsole is shock absorption. You won't really get a big push as you go up, but landings feel very safe. The foam absorbs impact really well, so that I never felt shaky or unstable playing in these. And then their signature gel cushioning is placed in the heel. That felt quite nice and responsive. Still low to the ground, yep. Overall, very similar to their Nova Surge series. The shoe feels very smooth and comfortable, but if you want maximum bounce back in the forefoot or a spring effect, this is not that type. Traction does well for me in general. They call it an X grooves also. There wasn't really a sharp squeak, if that's what you prefer to hear, but I certainly had no problems getting to a hard stop. Performance was consistent. The rubber is even a little too sticky in the way it creates contact against the floor. Like, it's not the usual type of grip from a lot of other shoes that we're used to today. It feels like the outsole just slaps onto the court. When you lift your feet out, it's still sticking to it. It gets dirty super quickly, but it's not dusty. I don't even know if that makes sense. Like some translucent rubber outsoles, for example, as dust accumulates over time, you lose that insane bite from the very beginning. But this stays very consistent and performance doesn't really get affected. However, durability kind of sucks as usual. Most Asics basketball shoes, I would consider them to be designed for indoor use, with the exception of one. We'll talk about that later. Fit, you can go true to size, as in your true size in US sizing to be safe. If your normal size is not available, I'd rather suggest you go down a half size than to size up. As a reference, I wear a 10.5 in most of my shoes. Asics have been mostly wearing a size 10. That's more so because they either didn't make half sizes past a size 10, or I just couldn't find one. But half size down, length is actually perfect. It's right on. Not too short at all. Their products are usually wide-foot friendly. They also have extended width, like 2E and 4E options if you're really, really wide. Eon's got super wide feet apparently. I don't know, he couldn't fit in any toddler sizes. Yeah, for the best fit, go true to size or half size down if you have narrow feet or if your true size falls on one that they don't make. Material is a standard mesh for the most part. I didn't like it as much compared to the Gelburst, to be honest. Especially against the Nova Surge Low, this is not quite there. It wraps around your feet in a fairly cozy way, yes, but This time I had to take some time to break it in first for the upper to stretch out a little bit. Then it was totally fine. For some reason, the material doesn't feel that flexible here. You really can't say it's supportive either, so it just gets a pass. Nothing wrong with this upper design, but also nothing impressive about it. One of the best features on this particular model is lateral containment, stability provided by this extensive outrigger part. So this prevents your feet from rolling over or protruding out to the side too much for flat footers. Like I myself have extremely flat feet, 100% good to go, I can confirm that. No containment issues, not much soreness after a long session. Very ideal for flat feet. If we look at the shoes from the bottom again, it almost looks like the outsole for a pair of slides with how much it spreads out around the forefoot to midfoot area. Stable and secure. Now I wanted to go back to some of the other models that they currently have. Best cushion, Nova Surge. Nova Surge Low is the one that I have. I'm pretty sure their new Nova Surge 3, the high top gives you the same feedback underneath. Nova Surge Low, I've always compared it to the Nike PG6, but it's even more of a foamy effect than the best iteration of full length React. Flight foam excels by impact protection. Traction is more so the same across the different shoes. The most durable also, or the only one that's suitable for outdoor use, is their budget model, the Gel-Fastblaze. Around $100 or so in USD before any discount. So much more durable, long lasting, and again, affordable too. Comfort and cushion are a little bit worse off, but that's the trade-off. Most comfortable, I mean, they're all pretty comfortable, but hella comfy is the Gelburst. A perfect mix of everything. Smooth and easy to use. Cushion is there, a little bit of a dynamic effect. Technically their bounciest one because they added some arch on the Gelburst 28. Hands down the pair that I wore the most last year. Gelhoop is nice, but on the 16, which is the only Gelhoop that I have, I made a mistake in going for this gray pair that was advertised as a special edition made for outdoor use. Turned out they essentially just added an extra layer or like a coat, and I felt slippery at times on a dusty indoor court. Never ended up actually using it outside, so that completely defeated the purpose for me. Material, breathability, and padding, it's rare to have an outstanding one, but they also rarely fail to me. Aside from these, a lot of overlaps between their volleyball shoes and basketball shoes I heard, but I don't have much knowledge of those. If you do, please let us know how their volleyball shoes work for basketball, or vice versa. The thing with Asics, some of it might be due to age. Our preferences continue to evolve and change as we get older, slower, more prone to knee pains and soreness. I literally fell asleep in the middle of the other night. So that's where Asics basketball shoes come in, but it's not just because they're comfortable. Traction, cushion, impact protection, fit, playability for multiple positions. I forgot to mention that none of them are heavy. Weight is more so around average, or just below average. Some are pretty light actually. For the past year or two, every time I wasn't testing new shoes, I tend to go with my Asics. Alright, so yeah, these guys are decent. If you support Yuki, or if you want to give Asics basketball shoes a try, I think this could serve as a solid starting point, around the mid-tier price range. If you want to go straight to their best product as of now, that is the Gelburst 28, in my opinion. I don't know if the Nova Surge Low is still available or floating on the market, depending on where you are. The colorways are probably mad to a lot of people, but that was pretty much the most impressive one from them I've had. In a sense, this model is a slightly worse version of the Nova Surge. For Gelhoop, please don't fall for the outdoor edition or outdoor friendly version like I did, because traction performance takes a big hit indoors. Their outsoles are still usually trash against rough court conditions. If you want to get Asics and use it outdoors, the only option I would recommend is their Gel-Fastblaze. It's a very durable and budget-friendly shoe. And that's all I have for this video. If you'd like to hop on the Asics train with me, hopefully this gives you a good idea of which one to go for, depending on your preference. Unique circumstances. Let me know your thoughts on any of them down in the comments. If you've also had any of these, please feel free to share your experience with us too. A lot more new releases coming out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.